Okay, let's continue. Question number 23, master. Write down the molecular formula and structural formula of isobutane and ethanol. So first we have to write the molecular formula, then we have to write the structural formula. Okay, so for isobutane, now we all know there are two kinds of butane. Okay, so I have made a picture for you. So the first, let me explain the picture here, these two pictures. So there are two kinds of butane. One is N-butane, अथवा just simply butane you can say. Butane भनेको चाहिँ we all know butane भनेको it lies in number 4, right? Methane, ethane, propane, butane. So it lies in number 4. So it is C4, C1, C2, C3, C4. So it is C4H8 here. The 1, 2, sorry, I'm sorry, H10, sorry, C4H10. 1, 2, 3, 4. C4 भयो अब H10 हुन्छ अरे. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is called butane. Simply you can say butane, or you can say normal butane. N-butane अथवा normal butane, in which all the carbons will be in a series of chain. Okay, it will be in a linear chain, the chain which lies in the same line. All the carbons lie in the same line. Okay, like this. Okay, it's a semi-collinear. We can say the carbons are collinear. Yeah, but look at this isobutane. In isobutanes, 3 carbons will be collinear. 1, 2, 3. But the 4th carbon will not be collinear. It will be at the either at the bottom like this of the middle carbon, or at the top. So allowance isobutane. So these both have same molecular formula. Okay, because happen is a C4H10. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. C4H10. They have the same molecular formula, but they have different structural formula. किनकि यहाँ चाहिँ अब कार्बन्सहरु सिधा छ भने यहाँ चाहिँ their carbon is like in a wave form. You can see तीनटा यहाँ एउटा यहाँ छ. Okay, so यसलाई भन्छ isobutane, which is not normal. It's a very much different kind of butane, हैन? So so how to make the what is the molecular formula? C4H10. किनकि चारवटा कार्बन छ, 10 वटा H छ. यहाँ पनि 4 वटा कार्बन छ, 10 वटा H छ. So for both same. But what is the formula? For normal butane, you should write in linear form 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, and remaining all are H. But in isobutane, you have to write 1, 2, 3 carbon in linear chain. Okay, but the 4th carbon must be kept just under the middle carbon like this. Okay, and after that, now we all know carbon can form 4 bonds. Okay, so now we have to put wherever there is bond left, we have to put H. Like this carbon has already made 1 bond, now 3 bonds are left. So 1 bond, through 2 bond, 3 bond. This carbon has already made 2 bond, 1 bond, 2 bond. So 3, 4. This carbon has already made 1 bond. So 2, 3, 4. This carbon has already made 1 bond. So 2, 3, 4. यसलाई भन्छ isobutane. Okay, so मैले यति लेखेको छु. तिमीले यो बनाउनु पर्दैन, मैले त्यति बनाइदिए मात्र बुझ्नको लागि हैन. So you have to make this one, right? This is the structural formula of isobutane, right? So let me make it small again. अर्को छ ethanol. We know this is called alcohol, the alcohol which we drink, okay, in beer, yeah, in whiskey. Ethanol, otherwise this is ethyl alcohol also. It's called ethyl alcohol also. So the molecular formula is very simple: C2H5OH. Okay, it is C2H5OH, and its structural formula will be C2 1 2 C2H5 भनेको चाहिँ 1H 2H 3H 4H 5H अन्तिममा हुन्छ OH. Okay, तर यदि यहाँ पनि हैन, यदि यहाँ पनि H भइदिएको भए this should be ethane, right? यदि यहाँ पनि H भइदिएको भए this should be ethane, but here is OH, so this is called not ethane, ethyl alcohol. It is called ethyl alcohol. Okay, number 24 मा जाउँ अब. Write down the 2 economic importance of sericulture भनेको. We know it is the method of rearing silkworm. So the answer is first answer is silkworm provides us silk, which is the highest quality natural fiber भनेको. Among the natural fibers, सबभन्दा the highest quality भनेको silk हुन्छ. It is very expensive also, and this can be used for making clothes, curtain, and different kind of items. Okay, number 2 masa, silkworms are used as food also. Okay, we can, like in different countries, silkworms, they are cooked and they are eaten by people. Okay, second thing, sir, it also can be sold as feeders for some reptiles भनेको चाहिँ, like some snakes they eat silkworms, so we can sell the larva or pupa of silkworm for the to feed the snakes as food. Okay, number 25 masa हाम्रो, write the use of ABCD. So you can see there is a picture here. So this is neuron. Okay, this is the nerve cell, or we can call neuron. So first let's identify them. Okay, so what is A? A भनेको चाहिँ यो पुरै भाग छ नि, यो लामो भाग, यति पुरैलाई भन्नु खोजे हो. So A is axon. Okay, it is trying to say axon किनकि यो लामो भागलाई भन्छ. Axon is the elongated part, axon. What is B then? B भनेको चाहिँ यो हल्का branch part छ, branch kind of part छ हैन. This is dendrites obviously. So these are dendrites. What is C then? C भनेको चाहिँ यो बिचको गोलो अण्डा जस्तो छ, this cell body. Okay, cell body. What is D then? D भनेको चाहिँ खोल. यो एक्सनलाई छोप्ने छ नि, कभर गर्ने यो भाग भयो, यो this covers and D के भन्दाखेरि it is a medullary seat यसलाई भन्छ हामीले medullary seat. Okay, so let's write the function now. A भनेको के हो axon. We all know axon भनेको it takes the impulses, this is cell body. Okay, it takes the impulses away from the cell body भनेको cell body यहाँ छ भने यसले cell body बाट चाहिँ मेसेजलाई पर लान्छ के cell body तिर चाहिँ हैन cell body बाट पर लान्छ. So मैले एन्सर लेखेको छु यहाँ it carries the impulses भनेको message away from the cell body, not towards, away. अनि what about dendrites then? ठ्याक्कै उल्टो हुन्छ. अब dendrites के छ भन्दाखेरि dendrites चाहिँ अरू भागबाट आएको मेसेज चाहिँ सेल बडीमा लिएर आउँछ. सो उल्टो लेख्ने अब चाहिँ इट क्यारिज द इम्पल्सेस टुवर्ड्स लेख्ने है अब चाहिँ टुवर्ड्स द सेल बडी. अनि सेल बडीको फंक्सन के भन्दाखेरि इट प्रोड्युसेस एनर्जी फर द ट्रान्सफर अफ इम्पल्स भनेको लाइक वी नो दैट टु डु एनी वर्क वी नीड एनर्जी एन्ड सिमिलरली टु क्यारी इम्पल्स अल्सो वी नीड एनर्जी. दैट एनर्जी इज प्रोड्युस्ड बाय द सेल बडी. दैट इज दिस पार्ट. ओके, डी मा छ मेडुलरी सिट भनेको दिस कभरिङ अफ एक्सन. ओके, एन्ड यसको काम के भन्दाखेरि it increases the speed of the impulse traveling along the axon भनेको चाहिँ like because of this sheath, this covering, the message can travel very very fast along this part. Okay, यदि यो नभएको भए चाहिँ message slow travel हुन्थ्यो. त्यही भएर हामीलाई अब पिट्नु बित्तिकै we feel pain very fast. Why? Because of medullary sheath which increases the speed of that reaction. हैन. क्वेशन नम्बर 26 मा छ हाम्रो अब write any two major symptoms and preventive measure of uric acid. Okay, so symptoms के छ भन्दाखेरि we all know uric acid भनेको it mainly occurs in old people. है हुन्छ कोही यङमा पनि हुन्छ तर मोस्टली इट अकर्स इन ओल्ड एज. ओके, सो द सिम्पटम्स आर जोइन्ट एक भनेको हाम्रो हड्डीको जोड्नीहरू दुख्छ, स्वेलिङ अफ जोइन्ट्स अफ लेग्स खुट्टाको जोड्नीहरू सुन्निन्छ, डिफिकल्टी इन वकिङ. सो बिकज अफ द स्वेलिङ अफ द जोइन्ट्स इन लेग्स वी कान्ट वक प्रपरली, डिफिकल्टी इन वकिङ. अन्तिममा छ डीप पेन इन मसल भनेको चाहिँ आवर मसल्स विल पेन, देयर विल बी मसल एक. ओके, अनि हाउ कैन यू प्रिभेन्ट इट नाउ? द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज बाय अवोइडिङ द फूड रिच इन प्युरिन्स. सो प्युरिन्स मीन्स इज काइन्ड अफ प्रोटीन फाउन्ड इन फूड. ओके, सो प्युरिन्स, we have to avoid the food which contain a lot of purines, like seafood contain purines, fish contain purines, cereals contain purines, pulses contain purines. So we have to avoid this food because these purines are the main reason which causes uric acid. Okay, second one is we have to drink water in small amount but frequently throughout the day. भनेको हामीले झ्याप्पै एकचोटि खाने हैन चाहिँ लाइक घण्टामा एक ग्लास गरेर we have to continuously keep on drinking water. Okay, third मा छ by eating baking soda, we can put some baking soda in the water and we can drink. Okay, last मा छ by eating 10 to 40 cherries per day, and if we eat cherries निको त हुँदैन तर it will reduce the burning feeling, burning sensation in the joint भनेको हामीलाई हाम्रो दुखाइ कम हुन्छ हैन त. ओके, नम्बर 27 मा हेरौँ अब फेरि draw a simple diagram to show the 4 different types of chromosome भनेको चाहिँ we have to make, we know that there are 4 chromosomes on the basis of the centromere. So मैले यहाँ I have got a picture from Google here. The first one is metacentric भनेको चाहिँ ठ्याक्क यो क्रोमोसोम यो भयो. These are the chromatids. This 1 2 3 4 these are the chromatids, and in metacentric chromosome this is the black, this gray color spot, this is the centromere. It must be exactly in the middle भनेको ठ्याक्क यो बिचमा हुन्छ र यो आर्म्सको ल यो आर्म्सको लेन्थ बराबर हुन्छ र यो आर्म र यो आर्मको लेन्थ के हुन्छ बराबर हुन्छ. यसलाई भन्छ मेटासेन्ट्रिक. सबमेटा भनेको चाहिँ अब सेन्टरबाट थोरै माथि, लाइक यहाँ सेन्टरमा थियो यो सेन्ट्रोमियर, अब चाहिँ थोरै माथि अब थोरै तल जान्छ, यसलाई भन्छ सब मेटासेन्ट्रिक. So the centromere doesn't lie exactly in the center but slightly, either slightly upward or slightly downward from the center. Right? Submeta. अब acro भनेको चाहिँ अब the centromere will go very very far away from the center, almost at the tip. Okay, अनि अन्तिममा छ टेरोसेन्ट्रिक भनेको चाहिँ the centromere lies exactly at the tip. So this is at the tip. Okay, so these are the types of chromosomes. Okay, let's go for number 28 now. Question sir, write down the differences between constellation and galaxy. It's very simple question. We all know galaxy contains billions of stars, so we can write it is a collection of billions of stars forming a compact group in the sky. भनेको चाहिँ all the skies, I mean all the stars, they are so close, they look so close and they form a very much compact group. Okay, अर्को चाहिँ constellation मा it is a small group of stars. There are very few stars here with fixed shape, like some look like the shape of queen, some may look like the shape of hunter also. So they have got a fixed shape, like they may even look like scorpion also, right? And fixed relative position भनेको चाहिँ all the stars in the constellation, they always lie in the fixed place compared to each other. They may move from one place to another place, but they move as a group. So when they move as a group, their relative position will not change. Okay, their shape will not change. So next question, next point, there are billions of galaxies. That means we can't count the galaxies. Still, we haven't found many galaxies. So there are billions of galaxies. But constellations, we have only found, so far we have only found 88 constellations. There may be more also, but right now we have got only 88 constellations. अन्तिममा छ it has got unlimited number of stars भनेको we cannot count the stars in the galaxy. It's impossible to count them, but here it has got a limited number of stars, maybe only 7. Okay, so next question now, group C for 3 marks. We have got numerical problem here. What will be the weight of a person of 50 kg mass in the new earth which is formed by compressing the earth to the volume of moon? यसको मतलब के भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो अर्थ छ हैन, we know that right now the value of small g for our earth is 9.8 meter per second square. तर हामीले यदि त्यही अर्थलाई हैन मान, okay, let me make a picture also. So let me draw a picture for you. मानु यो अर्थ हो हैन, मानु यो हाम्रो अहिलेको अर्थ हो. अब now we all know for this earth the value of small g is मैले यहाँ ल्याएको छु 9.8 हो. ओके, तर यदि मैले यो अर्थलाई चाहिँ केही गरेर बाइ युजिङ सम एक्सटर्नल फोर्स यदि मैले यसलाई प्रेस गरेर बाहिरबाट प्रेस गरेर कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरे भने नि, लाइक यसरी अहिले यत्रो छ यो, तर यदि मैले यसलाई यसरी यदि मैले यसलाई सरी यदि मैले यसलाई प्रेस गरेर सानो यत्रो बनाएँ, ल यत्रो बनाएँ भने, सो आई हेभ टु कन्भर्टेड अर्थ साइज इन्टु मुन साइज. सो प्रेस गरेर मैले अर्थलाई चाहिँ मुनको साइजमा लगेँ हैन त. यदि यस्तो गऱ्यो भने यसको स्मल जी के हुन्छ त? अब यसको स्मल जी सेम रहला कि बढ्ला कि घट्ला भन्दाखेरि अभियसली यसको स्मल जी के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि बढ्छ. यसको स्मल जी किन बढ्छ भन्दाखेरि यसको मास त फेरि हैन हामीले, यसको मास किनकि मैले पेस्ट गर्दाखेरि फुटेको त हैन नि, यसको मास चाहिँ कति छ, पहिला कति थियो अहिले पनि त्यति छ भनेको मास फेरेको छैन. के फेरे त भन्दाखेरि आर फेर्यो. पहिला हेर त, पहिला आर बढी थियो हैन, आई क्यान सो इट हियर. पहिला यसको आर कहाँदेखि कहाँसम्म थियो भन्दाखेरि यसको आर यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म थियो हैन, यसको आर बढी थियो. सो लेट मी चेन्ज द कलर अफ दिस आर. यसको आर यति थियो, यति थियो आर, तर अब यहाँ हेर त कति भयो यसको आर. अब यसको आर अब सरी यसको आर अब छोटो भएको छ. नाउ लेट मी सो यु द आर अफ दिस न्यू सेप. अब इसका आर भएको छ यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म. सो आई थिंक इट इज भेरी भेरी यू क्यान सी ओभर हियर. सो यसको आर घटेको छ. अनि आर घट्यो भने स्मल जी के हुन्छ त? वर्षै घट्छ त, अभियसली घट्छ. किन घट्छ भन्दाखेरि यू क्यान सी इन दिस फर्मुला हियर, दिस फर्मुला स्मल जी इज इन द न्युमरेटर, दिस आर इज इन डिनोमिनेटर, दिस आर इन्भर्सली प्रोपोर्सनल. आर घट्यो भने स्मल जी बढ्छ, आर बढ्यो भने स्मल जी घट्छ. सो यहाँ त हामीले अर्थलाई कम्प्रेस गरेको छौँ, आर घटेको छ. सो आर घटेपछि स्मल जी के हुन्छ त? बढ्छ. So it is small g बढ्छ भने weight के हुन्छ? weight पनि बढ्छ obviously. So let's find that. Okay, and to find this we have got only one clue here. हामीलाई यहाँ clue के जस्तो ब्र्याकेटमा हेरौँ त. We have got only one clue. The clue is the radius of moon is how much now? The radius of moon is 1/3.74 times the radius of earth. भनेको अर्थ को रेडियस भन्दा चाहिँ मुनको रेडियस कम छ. कति कम छ भन्दाखेरि 1/3.74 छ. Okay, so let's use this and let's find the answer. Okay, so पहिला हामी गरौँ पहिला for previous earth भनेको before compressing के थियो भन्दाखेरि we know formula is small g equals to gm upon r square. This is the formula of acceleration due to gravity. Okay, and we know for all small g is 9.8. so मैले आफैले लिए यहाँ हामी लिन पाउँछौँ. हामीले यो small g is 9.8 for earth. Okay, is equals to यहाँ सेम राखौँ, के पनि देखाएन, सेम राखौँ. इक्वेसन नम्बर 1. अब लेखौँ फर न्यू अर्थ. न्यू अर्थ भनेको चाहिँ for this earth, this is the previous earth, this is the new earth. The compressed earth is called new earth. So for new earth अब मैले लेखेँ g dash किनकि यो नयाँ g हो. So I wrote g dash, small g dash equals to माथिको gm सेम बस्छ. But what about r? r फेरेको छ. r कति छ भन्दा r छ 1/3.74. सो मैले यहाँ लेखेँ r मा मैले लेखेँ r भनेको 1 लुकिहाल्छ यहाँ हैन. 1/3.74 टाइम्स के त टाइम्स द रेडियस अफ अर्थ भनेको पहिलाको r. पहिलाको r लाई मैले r लेखेँ यहाँ. सो पहिलाको r मा अपन भएको छ यहाँ हैन, भनेको यो r के भएको घटेको हैन. स्क्वायर के हुन्छ? होल. सो डोन्ट फर्गेट टु पुट होल स्क्वायर है, होल स्क्वायर. ओके, अब के गरौँ भन्दाखेरि लेट्स युज सी म्याथ नाउ. पछि के गर्नु भन्दाखेरि लेट्स स्क्वायर नाउ. r स्क्वायर के हुन्छ? r स्क्वायर को r स्क्वायर 3.7 स्क्वायर हाने होला. इट बिकम 13 point something. सो दिस गोज अप. सो यहाँ कति आयो? 13 point something गोज अप. gm को gm, r स्क्वायर को r स्क्वायर. सो दिस सेकेन्ड इक्वेसन नम्बर 2. अब गरौँ डिवाइडिङ इक्वेसन नम्बर 1/2. So why should we divide? Because if we divide we can got gm and gm. Okay, so dividing. So let's put this in the numerator. So this whole equation goes in the numerator here. You can see over in the numerator, and g dash equals to this goes in the denominator. So g dash also goes in the denominator, and this fraction also goes in the denominator. Now let's cancel now. Now we know we can got gm and gm. We know that first floor can cancel the third floor. So gm cancels gm, and similarly we can cancel r square and r square also. के बाँकी रह्यो भन्दाखेरि अब के बाँकी रह्यो भन्दाखेरि यतापट्टि सेम राखौँ. लेट्स कीप दिस सेम. माथि 1 बाँकी छ बिकज सबै कट भइसक्यो. माथिको माथि 1 बाँकी छ, अपन तल बाँकी छ 13 point something. ये बाँकी छ हैन. नाउ वी हैव टु क्रस मल्टिप्लाई. नाउ g dash 1 is g dash 9.8 into 13 गरेर यति आउँछ. This is the new g. Okay, this is the new acceleration due to gravity for the compressed earth. ओके अब स्मल जी त आइहाल्यो बट क्वेसन हाम्रो के छ पढौँ है त हाम्रो क्वेसन छ व्हाट इज द वेट नाउ वी हैव टु फाइन्ड द वेट and the mass of the body person is given 50 kg. Now we all know to find weight the formula is mg. So to find the weight on the new earth we can use mg. So I given g dash because this is new earth. Mg dash equals to mass of boy is 50 kg. 50 into what is g dash? We have found this one. So we have to put this one here. When you multiply, so the mass, the new mass of the boy is this much. This is the answer. And you have to put Newton because the weight is measured in Newton. Okay. So let's go for number 30 now. So we have got a picture here. And in this picture you can see a convex lens here. Okay, so question sir, object is at 6 cm distance from the lens. So this is 6 cm is the distance of the object from the lens. Okay, complete the given ray diagram and also write the two nature भनेको सुरुमा यो थिएन है मैले आफैले बनाएको यो चाहिँ सुरुमा यो पनि दिएको थिएन सुरुमा यो अब्जेक्टहरु के पनि दिएको थिएन मैले आफैले बनाएको हो यो हैन अब के भन्दाखेरि अझै पढौँ यहाँ if the focal length of lens दिएको छ 3 cm that means the value of f is given 3 cm. So first you have to take compass. By taking compass, you have to take 3 cm in the compass by using scale. Okay, and first from focus. Okay, from focus you have to draw here also 3 cm like this 3 cm, and then we have got focal length 3 cm. Okay, you have to complete the lens like this. Now यहाँ हेरौँ है त focal length दिएको छ 3 cm, object छ 6 cm भनेको. Now we all know isn't 6 double of 2, 6 is double of I mean 3 sorry, isn't 6 double of 3, 6 is double of 3, 3 2 is 6. That means if f is 3 cm, 2f will be 6 cm. That means the object lies at 2f. So we'll make object at 2f. Now we know 2f is like a mirror. If object is at 2f, image also will be formed at 2f. So now we'll do parallel focus OO. So by using parallel focus OO, object is image is formed here, and the image is real. Why it is real? Because it is formed on the other side of the lens. So it is real. Inverted also, so we can write nature of image is real, inverted, and again come size also they are same. These two sizes are same, so same size as object, and it is formed at 2f also. Okay. Now questions also find the power. Now to find the power, we know the formula is 1 upon f, but before using the formula, we have to convert the focal length into meter because we have to put the focal length in meter. But in the question, it is given in cm. So to convert cm into meter, we should divide by 100. So I have done what I have done is I have done 3 upon 100. That makes it meter, and that is 0.03 meter. Now finally, we can use power equals to 1 upon f, 1 upon this value, and that is 33.33. Diopter is the answer. Okay. Next number. This is I think new for us again. Question sample. An acid is called proton donor. What may be the reason? So why is acid called proton donor? So it's very simple. The donor bhane ke hota? The someone who gives is called donor. Okay. That means someone who gives proton is called proton donor. Obviously. So answer will be because when acid is dissolved in mistake by sorry when acid reacts with base, when acid reacts with base, it donates H plus ions to the base. Now we all know that. I can give one example. When we know HCl is acid plus, now we know NaOH is base, right? So this is acid plus, this is acid base reaction. Okay, बन्छ हेरौँ है त के बन्छ भन्दाखेरि यहाँ बन्छ salt NaCl salt plus water बन्छ H2O. अब यहाँ वास्तवमा यहाँ के भयो भन्दाखेरि नि वास्तवमा यो Na र Cl रियाक्ट भएर NaCl बन्यो, अनि यो H छ नि यो Na र Cl रियाक्ट भएर NaCl बन्यो. यो H जुन यो H छ एसिडको H, यो H चाहिँ गएर उडेर गएर यो OH सँग रियाक्ट भएर पानी बनायो नि त भनेको. वास्तवमा एसिडले के गर्यो भन्दाखेरि एसिडले चाहिँ आफ्नो H लाई आफ्नो H+ लाई बेसलाई दिएको हो नि त, बेसलाई दिएर पानी बन्यो नि त. दैट मीन्स एन्ड वी नो H+ भनेको प्रोटोन हो कि since it is positive, H+ is positive ion, we can call it proton also. Okay, so H+ is proton. So since the acid is giving proton to the base, so it is called proton donor. Okay, this is the answer. And you might be back to my reaction like important. This is only to explain. Okay. All alkalis are base, but all the bases are not alkali. Why? So it's very simple. We know that alkalis are those base which can dissolve in water. Okay, but do all the base dissolve in water? No. But some bases like iron oxide cannot dissolve in water, and since they can't dissolve in water, we cannot call them base. Sorry, we cannot call them alkali. Sorry, mistake was happening. We cannot call them alkali. Hence, we can say that alkalis are bases, but bases are not alkalis. Okay. So, our number 32 ma heरौँ difference between soap and detergent छ हैन. So, answer हुन्छ हाम्रो number 1 मा हेरौँ soap को छ. It is mostly biodegradable भनेको चाहिँ यो क्वीन छ, चाँडै क्वीन छ. So, it doesn't cause pollution. डिटर्जेन्टमा हुन्छ इट इज नन बायोडिग्रेडेबल भनेपछि कुहिँदैन, सो इट क्यान कज पोल्युसन। सेकेन्डमा छ इट क्यानट वर्क इन हार्ड वाटर, सो इफ यु युज हार्ड वाटर सोपको फिज धेरै आउँदैन, त्यही भएर काम गर्दैन, सो बिकज इट इज इन्सोल्युबल इन हार्ड वाटर। तर यतापट्टि डिटर्जेन्टमा छ इट क्यान वर्क इन हार्ड वाटर एज इट क्यान डिजल्भ इन द हार्ड वाटर। ओके, लास्टमा छ इट डजन्ट वर्क इन एसिडिक कन्डिसन, सो यदि पानी एसिडिक छ भने यसले काम गर्दैन, तर इट क्यान वर्क इन एसिडिक कन्डिसन। सो दिस सोज द्याट for performance I think detergent is best for performance, okay, but for environment soap is best because soap doesn't cause pollution, right? So example so sodium stearate, sodium palmitate, so you have to remember at least 2 example, okay, for soap also, and you must know at least 2 example for detergent. This may be asked for 1 marks, okay. So next one now, our question is difference between organic fertilizer and chemical fertilizer, okay, and the answer is organic ma cha hamro they do not affect the quality of soil bhaneko, they don't cause pollution, they don't decrease the fertility of the soil, instead they will increase the fertility of the soil. Udapati cha chemical ma cha they affect the fertility of soil, they can decrease the fertility of soil after long use, and they can cause pollution also because chemical fertilizers can kill the fishes, okay, so it can cause pollution also. Second point sir, they provide nutrition for the useful microorganisms like bacteria present in the soil, that means they serve as food for the bacteria. The body sir, they harm the useful microorganisms like bacteria, and because of harming the bacteria the soil becomes infertile, okay. Or third point sir, they make the food tasty also, healthy also, nutritious also, whereas the body sir, they make the food tasteless and unhealthy, which can affect our health also, okay. Question number 33 ma heरौँ अब, angiosperms are considered more advanced than gymnosperm, that means angiosperms are comparatively more advanced किन भन्दाखेरि so I have given 2 difference between here. We know in gymnosperms they don't have any fruits, so they have naked seed, the seeds are not covered by fruits, but in case of angiosperms the seeds are enclosed inside fruits. For example, you can see in mango the seeds lie inside the mango, so it is enclosed by the fruit, okay. Second point sir, they bear cones instead of flowers भनेको चाहिँ they have no any true flowers, they don't have petals, they have only cones which look like flower but they are not flowers. They have 2 flowers. For example, rose has got 2 flowers, okay. Fertilization is simple, fertilization is double. So double भनेको चाहिँ there is 2 fusion, okay. In fertilization there will be 2 fusion, but in case of gymnosperms there will be only 1 fusion, so this is simple. अर्को हेरौँ हामी यहाँ, so we can add only 2 points here, I have given 3 points but you can add 2 points for 2 marks. Our question is हाम्रो in what type of plants vegetative propagation is more advantageous भनेको is more applicable, okay. So answer is very simple, we can use this vegetative propagation in the plants which don't have viable seed भनेको चाहिँ the seeds which cannot readily produce plant भनेको नुन सिडमा चाहिँ हामीले अब त्यो सिडलाई रोप्यो त्यही पनि त्योबाट प्लान्ट्सहरु फल्दैन कि, so in those kind of plants we can use vegetative propagation which guarantees.
Sir,
हजुर
the fertilization is single हो कि simple?
सिम्पल भन्दा नि सिंगल भन्दा नि हुन्छ, सेम हो, सिम्पल र सिंगल।
सिंगल भन्दा नि हुन्छ?
सिंगल नै हुन्छ, सिंगल, ओके, फर्टिलाइजेसन सिंगल उही हो
ए हुन्छ
ल ठीक छ, ओके. So that means के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि in some plants even if we put the seeds under the soil the seeds cannot germinate, okay. In those kind of plants we can use vegetative reproduction. In the same way there are some plants which have seedless fruits, for example like there are some plants which have seedless grapes. Now we know that some grapes have seeds, okay, but in some species of grapes there are no seeds. In some species of orange there are no any seeds. So in those kind of species of fruits we can use vegetative propagation which guarantees that that it can grow properly, that the plants can grow properly, okay. So our question now, our question is write the importance of pisciculture. So there are so many importance, we all know that. So number 1 was hamro, it has to produce large number of plants in short time. For example, from one single tissue we can produce so many plantlets. B masa, it has to produce plants which are genetically identical to the parents भनेको all the plantlets will look exactly same, genetically same to the parents, okay. And this is mainly used in garden, okay? In garden if all the flowers look same, okay, it looks very beautiful. So that is the, like if all the plants have same height, same kind of color, then they look beautiful, okay. Also it has to produce plants which don't have seed भनेको, like some plants don't have seed, as I mentioned before also we can use this tissue culture. And it has to produce disease free भनेको चाहिँ, like if the parent plant is disease free all the baby plants also be disease free, so all the plants can be free from disease, okay. Also, it has to protect the endangered plants. For example, the plants which are found in few numbers, we can use this method and produce a large population of the plant. Okay. Question 44 explain the three important steps of solid waste management. Like now we all know that Nepal we are facing the problem of how to manage the solid waste. For example, we can see in our road areas that people are throwing the solid waste elsewhere. Okay, so how can we control that? So there are three steps. First step is collection, transportation, and segregation. First we have to the municipality, okay, or the authority should collect the waste from us by using vehicles. Then they have to transport it to a safe location. Then they have to segregate. They have to separate the solid waste as degradable and non-biodegradable. Okay, because we know that biodegradable can be turned into fertilizer. Okay, so has to industrial and household waste. Industrial the which are produced by industry, household which are produced by us. This waste must be collected by the authority and it must be transported regularly. They must come weekly or this will come very soon. Okay, and then they have to separate them into two category: biodegradable and non-biodegradable after the collection. Second steps are processing and disposal. First they are process. For example, they can convert the biodegradable waste into fertilizer, and they can convert the non-biodegradable waste in. They can recycle the plastic and they can produce toys. Okay, they can produce plastic. Okay, other plastic items. Okay, so that was processing. Disposal the ones which can be turned into fertilizer, the ones who cannot be turned into other items, they have to be disposed, they have to be thrown, they have to be sent off properly. Okay, so the explanation is solid waste must be processed to produce recycle item. We can produce new toys, for example. We can produce fertilizer, that are processing, and the remaining waste which are useless, they must be disposed of properly. Okay, they should not be thrown in the road but in a safe location. Last steps of land dumping and incineration. Land dumping भनेको चाहिँ हामीले पुर्ने के खनेर हामी ल्यान्डमै पुर्छ हैन, गाड्छौं. अर्को इन्सिनेरेसन भनेको चाहिँ यदि कुनै फोहोर डढ्ने खाले छ भने त्यसलाई हामी डढाउँछौं. Okay, incineration. So here's the answer, sir. Solid waste which cannot be processed भनेको which cannot be recycled or which cannot be turned into fertilizer, they must be dumped अथवा they must be buried safely under the ground, far away from the residential area, far away from the city area, you know. And the combustible which can burn, the combustible waste must be burned properly in the dumping site far away from our home. Okay, अब group the last question बाँकी छ फर्मास को लागि. क्वेशन छ हाम्रो, how much joule of electrical energy is equal to 1 unit भनेको कति जूल electrical energy ले ठ्याक्क 1 युनिट हुन्छ. So it's very simple. The answer is this is the answer, 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule हो. And I have done the proof also. कसले आएको यो मैले देखाएको छु, म देखाउनु पर्दैन यो हैन. Now we all know 1 unit भन्नु र हैन, 1 unit भन्नु र 1 kWh भन्नु के हो त? Same हो. So 1 kWh भने के हो त? 1 kW isn't 1 kW into 1h 1 kWh. So in place of writing 1 kWh, we can write 1 kW into 1h. 1 1 is 1. Okay. Now let us convert kilowatt into watt because the SI unit of power is watt, not kilowatt. And let's convert the hour into second because we know the SI unit of time is second. So now we know 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt, and we know 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60, that is 3600 second. When we multiply this two, they also the 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. So this is the answer. So कलेक्टली हाम्रो एक्जाम यो पनि आउँछ ल, यो प्रुफिङ 2 मार्क्समा आउँछ. सो तिमीलाई यो पनि आउनु पर्यो प्लस तिमीलाई यो पनि आउनु पर्यो. यु शुड नो बोथ द भ्यालुज अल्सो एन्ड प्रुफिङ अल्सो. ओके, अब अर्को क्वेशन छ हाम्रो हेर्दा, इन हस्टेल 20 LED भनेको चिम भयो बल्ब हैन, 20 LED bulb each of 7 watt are used for 15 hours a day. Every day the hostel is using 20 bulbs for 7 watt for 15 hours. Then again the hostel is using 2 TV set each of 740 watt are operated only for 3 hours भनेछ on every Saturday. भनेको दिनदिनै हैन, यहाँ चाहिँ अलिक फरक छ. यहाँ चाहिँ डेली छ, फर बल्ब चाहिँ डेली भनेछ, डे भनेछ पर डे हैन, तर फर टिभी डेली छैन यहाँ, every Saturday. So now you should be very careful. Every Saturday भनेको हप्ताको एक चोटी हो नि त हैन, किनकि we know there is only one Saturday every week. So how many Saturdays are there in 1 month then? You can guess now. We know there are only 4 weeks in a month, so there will be 4 Saturday obviously. That means in this, for this TV set we should not multiply by 30 because daily प्रयोग गरेर हैन नि त हैन. We should multiply by 4. Why 4? Because there are only 4 Saturdays every month. Okay, so be careful for that. Okay, अर्को छ फेरि 5 immersion rod भनेको चाहिँ यो हिटर हो, 5 हिटर each of 2 kilowatt are operated 4 hours in a month भनेको चाहिँ यहाँ चाहिँ अब डेली पनि हैन विकली पनि हैन इन अ मन्थ भनेको एकचोटि मात्र हैन जम्मा एक महिनामा चाहिँ only 4 hours युज भएको छ भने यसलाई हामीले इन्टु गर्नु पर्दैन किन पहिला यसमा मन्थ भनिरहेको छ हामीले इन्टु गर्नु पर्दैन क्वेशन छ क्याल्कुलेट द बिल फर 1 month if the cost of 1 unit is 10 rupees let's find now so we are going to use NPT फर्स्ट पहिला हामी गर्छ units consumed by bulb formula NPT N means number of bulb कति छ हेरौँ त number of bulbs are 20 so 20 into P कति छ हेर्दा is in 7 watt but we know that we have to make kilowatt so we should divide by 1000 so मैले गरेछु 7 upon 1000 kilowatt into time दिएको छ 15 hours so hours लाई फेर्नु पर्दैन so 15 को 15 now we know type this it will come 2.1 units अनि per day हो यो यसमा I wrote per day okay so अर्को छ अब units consumed by TV now fair on NPT there are 2 TVs each are for 740 watt divided by 1000 to make kilowatt into how many hours 3 hours now when you multiply it will come 4.44 तर के छ मैले लेखेको छु यहाँ per Saturday this is not for per day per Saturday अन्तिममा छ फेरि unit consumed by the heater NPT there are 5 heater 5 into and you can see here the power of heater is given in kilowatt यसलाई हामीले upon 1000 गर्नु पर्दैन किनकि यसमा पहिल्यै किलोवाट छ so be careful for that so 2 को सेम राखौँ हामीलाई फेर्नु परेन अनि 4 hours को 4 hours कति आउँछ 40 आउँछ पर मन्थ छ so अब यहाँ हेरौँ है त पर मन्थ भएकोलाई इन्टु गर्नु पर्दैन किनकि पहिल्यै मन्थमा छ पर डे भएकोलाई we know that 30 days in a month so you should for per day you must multiply by 30 and for per Saturday we know there are only 4 Saturday in a month generally so we should multiply by 4 so मैले गरेको छु यहाँ 2.1 into 30 because there are 30 days 4.44 into 4 because there are 4 Saturdays in a month अनि यसलाई मैले के पनि गरेको छैन प्लस डाइरेक्टली only 4 so मैले गरेको छु यहाँ 2. per day को लागि चाहिँ multiply by 30 per Saturday को लागि चाहिँ multiply by 4 अनि per month को लागि same अनि when we add this यति आउँछ this is the units consumed in 1 month question is find the bill now to find bill now we formalize rate into number of units so मैले गरेको छु rate into number of units rate दिएको छ 10 रुपैयाँ okay so मैले गरेको छु 10 into number of units so 120 and the answer is 1207 rupees 60 paisa is the answer question number 36 मा हेरौँ अब यहाँ we have got 3 pictures here so question छ हाम्रो which of the given method is the most appropriate arrangement of gas jar for carbon dioxide and why भनेको when we are preparing carbon dioxide gas in the lab which method of collection is the best so we all know carbon dioxide is heavier than the air so हामीले डाउनलोड गर्नुपर्छ त डाउनलोड गर्नु पर्दैन obviously यो हामीले यो पनि रङ हो यो पनि रङ हो similarly we know carbon dioxide can dissolve in water so पानीमा हाल्नु भनेको हाम्रो के हुन्छ त भन्दाखेरि गल्ती हुन्छ so the correct answer would be the first picture किनकि carbon dioxide is heavier than the air त्यही भएर यो मुनि बसिरहन्छ यही कलेक्ट भएर यही बसिरहन्छ भाग्दैन सेकेन्डमा चाहिँ यसमा पानी पनि छैन त्यही भएर यो रियाक्ट पनि हुँदैन सो मैले एन्सर ल्याएको छु यहाँ upward displacement of air भनेको फर्स्ट पिक्चर is the most appropriate method किन भन्दाखेरि CO2 is heavier than the air also so यो मुनि बसिरहन्छ यदि हामीले यो मेथड प्रयोग गरेर के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि हामीले यदि यसरी कलेक्ट गरे भए चाहिँ कार्बन डाइअक्साइड ग्यास हेभी भएको हुनाले मुनि जान्थ्यो मुनिबाट यही हावा छ कि यो यहाँ मुनि जाँदा जाँदै यहाँबाट बाहिर निस्किएर तलबाट बाहिर भाग्थ्यो तल गएर भुइँमा पुग्थ्यो त्यही भएर दिस इज द बेस्ट मेथड त्यसै गरी दिस मेथड इज नट गुड बिकज यहाँ पानी छ पानीमा CO2 ग्यास रियाक्ट भएर एसिड बन्छ त्यही भएर दिस इज नट गुड सो because it is heavier than the air also and it dissolves in water also त्यही भएर the first method is the best अनि फेरि क्वेशन छ यहाँ to what write down the reaction of the compound formed by passing ammonia in the third arrangement भनेको चाहिँ यदि हामीले अमोनिया ग्यासलाई चाहिँ यो थर्ड पिक्चरमा हामीले सेन्ड गरे भए चाहिँ के बन्थ्यो रे के नाउ obviously there is water in the third picture so अब गरौँ अमोनिया प्लस के गर्छ हामी वाटर गर्छौं है अमोनिया प्लस वाटर मैले गरेको छु NH3 अमोनिया प्लस वाटर H2 के बन्छ भने बेस बन्छ बेस हैन NH4OS अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड भन्ने बेस बन्छ ओके सो दिस इज द रिएक्सन फर द सेकेन्ड पिक्चर so for the second for this question थर्ड क्वेशनमा छ हाम्रो to what color red litmus paper is changed by the form chemical भनेको this chemical यो form chemical that is a base right this is a base so यदि हामीले हैन यो बेसमा यो भर बनेको बेसमा चाहिँ रेड लिटमस पेपर हाल्यो भने के हुन्छ रे सो obviously we know base can convert the red paper into blue so मैले लेखेको छु यहाँ the form chemical which is the base converts the red litmus paper into blue color okay लास्टमा छ what happens when CO2 gas is passed through lime water for a long time so for short time भनेको भए चाहिँ I would say the water will turn milky white तर यहाँ छ long time so for long time we know that the again the milky white color will disappear so मैले लेखेको छु यहाँ When CO2 gases pass through lime water for a long time, the milky white color of the lime water first appears, सुरुमाथि त्यो आउँछ, but after again later on it disappears. So reaction यस्तो छ यहाँ. Reaction के छ भन्दाखेरि CaCO3 भनेको यो चाहिँ मिल्की व्हाइट कलर भयो हैन, प्लस वाटर पहिल्यै थियो, CO2 छ, के बन्छ भनेको यहाँबाट बन्छ CaHCO3 यो भनेको के हो त, दिस इज क्याल्सियम बाइकार्बोनेट which is soluble in water. यो पानीमै घुल्छ र पानीमा घुलेपछि मिल्की व्हाइट कलर गायब हुन्छ हैन. So this is the answer. Now last question I think, sorry, second last question I think. Question sir, draw a chart showing the cross between hybrid black cat and pure white cat. So we have got two kind of father mother here. एउटा छ hybrid, एउटा छ pure. So this question is not from Mendel's law. Okay, this is different किनकि Mendel's law मा चाहिँ कि त pure हुन्थ्यो कि त hybrid हुन्थ्यो. यसमा चाहिँ remix version छ. एउटा छ hybrid, father छ hybrid, mother छ pure. So now we know for hybrid we must take one capital, one small. So we can see over here for hybrid black cat I have taken capital B, small b. But for pure white cat, which is recessive character, I have taken small b. I have taken here small b and small b. So there are two small b. Okay. So and again you may ask me why I have taken b, why I haven't taken w as the letters. So it's very simple. If black is dominant over white, dominant भनेको जुन dominant छ हामीले त्यसकै अक्षर लिनुपर्छ. So since black is dominant and black starts with b, so I have taken b as the alphabet. So capital, I have taken capital B, small b, hybrid, small b, white. Okay. So अब हामी गर्छौं, these are the parents, this is the genotype, these symbols are the genotype. Now we know capital B, small b can either give capital B or small b. Small b can either give small b or small b. Now let's cross them. First lay, first lie भनेको यताको first lay, यताको first lie. So capital B, small b. अनि फेरि first lay, second lie. अब यहाँबाट first बाट आउँछ capital B, second बाट आउँछ small b. फेरि अब चाहिँ यो second को ले first को लाई, small b. अब फेरि second को ले second को लाई, small b. In this way we have got two hybrid black, we have got two pure white. Okay, अनि यहाँ gametes छ, cross pollination ल्याएको छु, offsprings हैन. This is the answer. अनि मैले सेकेन्ड यहाँ चाहिँ लेख्ने बिर्सिछु है, एकदम सिम्पल छ यो, मैले लेख्ने बिर्सिछु यहाँ. क्वेशन के छ भन्दाखेरि what would be the difficulties of Mendel if human were selected to be selected instead of people भनेको. यदि मेन्डलले चाहिँ पिपाको सट्टामा चाहिँ ह्युमन बीइङलाई चाहिँ एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गराएर के हुन्थ्यो त. सो इट्स भेरी सिम्पल. The first answer is it will take a lot of time to do the experiment because human beings become mature only after reaching certain age, after long age. Second point huncha, the sexual reproduction in human beings cannot be controlled because we cannot force the human beings, okay, for this experiment. Arko huncha ke bhandakheri there are only very few contrasting characters between the humans, so there are no any large number of distinct contrasting characters and it's difficult to conduct the experiment. Okay, so number 30 ma heरौँ अब. Explain the mechanism of coal formation in short. So very simple. मैले लेखेको छु millions of years ago the dense forest, I think it was fawn plant, right? So the mostly fawn trees के भयो त, which were in the marshland भनेको चाहिँ it is daldal where it is very much loose soil. Okay, all the forest trees they got buried under the earth. Why it happened? So because of geological movement like earthquake. There was a huge earthquake and there were volcanic eruption also, and because of the movement of the earth the trees they collapsed, and when they collapsed they got buried under the marshland, under the mud. Okay, and then the continuous heat, there was a lot of heat under the earth. Okay, the continuous heat, the continuous pressure, and the bacterial decay भनेको चाहिँ the decay caused by the bacteria. These three things they broke down the complex hydrocarbon. Now we all know